This week versus the San Diego Chargers, the Denver Broncos, whether or not you have Paxton Lynch or Trevor Siemian back there in the pocket, they're going to have to beat the pressure from San Diego, and I'm going to show you how they can do so utilizing a bunch or cluster set out of the ace formation. So what we're trying to do here is trying to attack deep down the field, touchdown to check down, and we're going to come off play action fake. So we're going to put this guy in motion. We want to have him split the receiver here 2 by 1, 2 yards by 1 yard. So that's when we talk about 2 by 1. So he's going to split these 2 receivers, and at the snap of the football, what we're trying to do is create a situation where we're going to get one-on-one with either a corner or safety. To do so, on the backside, we're going to run this guy right up the seam down here, hopefully taking away this safety so that way they can't rotate coverage over. And if you have a tight end on a corner, you like the size matchup, you can take that shot if you want to. Front side, what we're going to have this wide receiver do that's tightly aligned to the formation, we're going to run a spot route. He's going to settle in right in between the outside linebacker and the inside linebacker and show his numbers quickly, because that could be a built-in hot read. The receiver that comes in motion, he's going to run a spot route, a reverse spot route we like to call it, on the outside, hopefully trying to get this cornerback to stay put, because what we want to do is work this tight end up into the corner. And like I mentioned, touchdown to check down. So if you're Paxton Lynch or Trevor Siemian coming off a play action fake, you're going to look touchdown to check down. And that's a simple way to get these guys going. And again, we know the Broncos can run the football, so the play action fake is going to hold these backers in place, not allow this guy to climb and try to ride that tight end, or this backer to try to ride that tight end. Play action fake versus pressure, I think, will give the Broncos a chance to hit some big plays in the passing game this Thursday versus San Diego. Versus the Denver Broncos, you're facing a very aggressive defensive front seven that will be looking to rebound in a run defense department. But if you're San Diego, you have a quick strike tailback, in my opinion, in Melvin Gordon, and you want to beat that pressure with his quickness. I'm going to show you how they can do that with a quick hitter, I like to call, in the running game. And what we're going to try to do is get this, let's say this is an extra tight end. So you're going to have 2 tight ends in on the formation. We're going to get this tight end lead blocking on this backer. And one way we can do that, I'm going to show you how. We're going to have this weak side tackle, his job is to block straight up on his 5 technique. We're going to have this guard work up to this backer, get him blocked, and this is the most important block of this play, the combo block between the center and the play side guard. They got to really clear this guy out of the way, because we're going to leave this tight end in the hole coming in the short motion, and at the snap of the ball, he's running in there and lambasting this linebacker out the way. Going to try to get that 5 tech turn, going to try to get that backer turn, and off of a quick handoff, boom, hit it right there inside following the tight end's block. And we know Melvin Gordon, once he gets a step on the backer or a safety, he has that innate ability to make that quick cut that can spring for a long run. I think that's how they could have some success in the running game. Again, getting creative, utilizing the tight end as a lead blocker, and taking advantage of his quickness. Normally you want the tailback to be aligned maybe 7 yards behind the quarterback. In this situation, you want him to be aligned at 5 yards, take a jab step back, follow the tight end into the hole, and then make that next guy miss, whether it's a backer or a safety, and then he's off to the races.
The biggest X factor in this game for the Broncos, in my opinion, will be that Broncos offensive line. I look at how well they can protect up front, whether or not it's Trevor Siemian or Paxton Lynch back there in the pocket. They have to do a better job from a pass protection standpoint. I already like what they do in the run game department. They do a great job of opening up holes for the tailbacks, but if they can do the same thing in the pass protection department as far as excelling up front against a very aggressive and hungry front seven of San Diego, then they can win this ball game. And the biggest X factor for San Diego, I think, will be just team discipline. Not in the sense that they're out there committing personal fouls, but just a lot of sloppy play on offense and on defense. And let's be honest, this is an offense that can put up points against anyone in the NFL. Defensively is where they're having their issues because of injuries. But I think all of this falls on the shoulders of head football coach Mike McCoy. They have to be able to close out games. They have to not shoot themselves in the foot. If they can play a clean game, I think they have more than enough talent to knock off the Broncos. I like San Diego in this ball game. Quite honestly, I like what they bring to the table from an offensive standpoint. Phillip Rivers does a great job of pushing the ball vertically down the field. He works touchdown to check down. I think their ground game will start to get going against San Diego. Look for a lot of outside zone, a lot of gap plays. That way they can take advantage of Melvin Gordon's ability to strike quick on the defense. So I think overall their offense will give the Broncos a lot of problems. And defensively, they're either going to face a hobbled Trevor Siemian or a rookie quarterback in Paxton Lynch, both of which I think favor the Chargers winning this ball game.